as we mentioned, President Xi visited Boeing's factory in Seattle, and he also stopped at the Microsoft's campus as well as Lincoln High School. What can you tell us about these visits and, of course, his schedule on Thursday?
That's right. First of all, hitting on Lincoln High School, he visited the place where he helped set up a sister city relationship with Fuzhou way back in the early 90s. And he returned to that spot. The old mayor was even there. We interviewed the old mayor that's helped sign the agreement, saying that this is a memory of a lifetime. He visited with football players, got a view of the football practice, and also talked to the students and teachers and delivered a gift, a ping pong table. Now, at Microsoft, it was an interesting visit, too. A lot of high-profile tech in the tech world were there. We saw Amazon, Jeff Bezos, Tim Cook from Apple, Jack Ma from Alibaba. Sort of a who's who list of everybody in the tech world was there. Later, we thought that Mark Zuckerberg, maybe he wasn't invited to the events, but he also showed up at a sort of a meet and greet and delivered a 20-second message in Chinese to President Xi Jinping. Also, Reid Hoffman of LinkedIn and Intel's CEO Brian Krzanich all meeting. President Xi told that group that the two sides should work together based on mutual respect because of the fact that China has the world's largest internet market and U.S. has the most advanced technology, so it's a good fit to solve our problems. Mang Mang.
So basically today has been a tech day. And also, Mark, let's talk about this. President Xi's schedule in Washington state had a little bit to do with politics. What were some of the hot issues brought up in Seattle that will be further discussed when President Xi meets President Obama in the coming days?
That's right. Here was sort of a warm-up, friendly territory and good business before heading to the sort of frosty area of Washington, D.C., where there's more political negotiations. Well, here some things were continually brought up. As briefly mentioned, the bilateral investment treaty, that's certainly going to be discussed further with President Xi, saying that once concluded, the treaty will further ease the market access. Market access is what both sides have sort of accused each other of not allowing enough fairness in the playing field, so the U.S. will certainly counter that when he gets to Washington, D.C. Also, cybersecurity was an interesting topic that kept popping up at various speeches and events throughout the trip. Lu Wei, China's sort of doorkeeper to the Internet, appeared at the Internet Forum saying that China is taking steps to become an open-minded and inclusive when it comes to its Internet policies, particularly when working with foreign companies and governments. Now, President Xi has emphasized that both sides have been regularly hacked and a high-level joint dialogue mechanism with the United States to fight cyber crimes. China is ready to set that up. So it's interesting to note that after President Xi spoke, the U.S. ambassador to China, Max Baucus, said that he believed the threat of sanctions brought China to the table on the cyber threat issue. So whichever way you look at it, that seems very politically heated and will be taken up further in Washington, D.C. with President Obama. Mang Mang.
Well, thank you so much, Mark, for covering President Xi's activities in Seattle and giving us a preview of his schedule in Washington, D.C.